Hello everybody, myself Gaurav Sanan, third year CSE from Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai, and I am here to give you a brief about natural language processing. So let us just start. So what is NLP? So it basically describes the interaction between human language and computers. It's just a technology between it's just a technology that many people daily use and has been around for years, but is often taken for granted. Some aspects of NLP include like text to text or speech to text conversion, machine translation from one language to another, many things. So basically, it is like a part of human language, and it is a part of computer science, human language, and artificial intelligence. So why NLP? So basically, natural language processing helps computer communicate with humans in their own language and scales other language-related tasks. For example, NLP makes it possible for computers to read text, hear speech, interpret it, and interpret it, and many things, measuring sentiment also of for example, uh, measuring Twitter, we can do also Twitter sentimental analysis, hospital sentimental analysis. It is the largest repository of text as text is the largest repository of human language, and it is growing quickly. So uh, steps involved in natural language processing. First, morphological and lexical analysis. So, it is the initial step of NLP. It entails recognizing and analyzing word structure. The collection of words and phrases in a language is referred to as the lexicon. So, it is lexical analysis is the process of breaking down a text file into paragraphs, phrases, and words. Second step is syntactic analysis. It is the technique for checking grammars, arranging words, and displaying relationship between them. It entails examining the syntax of words in the phrase and arranging them in a way that demonstrate the relationship between them. The third step is semantic analysis. It is the process for looking meaning in a statement. It concentrates mostly on the literal meaning of words, phrases, and sentences. So basically, it deals with putting words together to form sentences. Fourth step is discourse integration. Like the term refers to a feeling of context. The meaning of any sentence is determined by the meaning of sentence immediately preceding it. In addition, it establishes the meaning of sentence that follows. The sentence that come before it play a role in discourse integration. We can take example for this for discourse integration. For example, Gaurav bought it. The word "it" in the above sentence is dependent on preceding discourse context. We can see that it does not make sense in this statement. In fact, uh, it refers to anything we don't understand. That is nothing more than the fact the word "it" is dependent on the preceding sentence. So, pragmatic analysis last it is the final phase of NLP. Okay, so the overall communicative and social content as well as impact on interpretation and are the focus of pragmatic analysis. Pragmatic analysis uses a set of rules that describe cooperative dialogues to help you find the intended result. It covered things like word repetition, who said what to whom, and so on. It comprehends how people communicate with one another, the context in which, variety, basically in one word we can say, it refers to the process of abstracting or extracting the meaning of situations use of language. So these were the step in NLP. So applications of NLP. So there is a broad application of NLP in today's era. For example, sentimental analysis. For example, we can see many hospital review system, hotel review system, Twitter sentiment analysis. We can devise the uh, tweets on the basis of good, bad, or hate. We can mark good as one, bad as negative, or neutral tweets as zero. These are like all the part of sentiment analysis. Machine translation. We can use NLP as a language translator. We can use it as a document clustering, keyword extraction, text classification, and yeah, text summarization. This is like a this like a we are going to do a project on text summarization. So basically, so what is text summarization? So text summarization is the process of generating short, fluent, and most importantly, accurate summary of respectively long text document. So, like for example, everyone in today's technology era has to produce some kind of document online, whether it's a presentation, documentation, or even email. We often see that students need to produce large PDF in front of their universities or college. We often see that students need to produce large PDF in front of their universities or college. The text contained in them sometimes become too lengthy and too hard to understand. Despite the immense resource accessible on internet, getting through those large chunks of text can be highly complex for the user. So here comes the NLP. It can here comes NLP. We finally got something that can understand the language that we talk or write in. We felt like well more and natural language along with machine learning processing made it simpler to summarize lengthy amount of text in a cohesive and fluent summary that only includes the document important ideas. So basically, this is text summarization. So why automatic text summarization? Because it summarizes reduces reading time. When researching documents, summarize makes the selection process easier. It improves the effectiveness of indexing. Like automatic summarization algorithms are less biased than human summarization. They are useful in question answering systems as they provide personalized information. Using automatic or semi-automatic summarization system enables commercial abstract servers to increase the number of text documents they are able to process. So, types of summarization. So, on the basis of input type, there are two uh, text summarizer like single document, multi document. On the basis of output type, there are extractive and abstractive. Based on the purpose, there are three types: generic, domain specific, and query based. So, first, based on input type, single document where the input length is short. Many of the early summarization systems dealt with a single document summarization. Multi-document, where the input can be arbitrarily long, based on purpose. Generic, where the model makes no assumptions about the domain or content of the text to be summarized and treats all input as homogeneous. The majority of the work that has been done revolves around generic summarization. Domain specific, where the model uses domain specific knowledge only to form more accurate summary. For example, summarizing research papers of a specific domain like biomedical and electronics, IoT, etc. Query based, where summary of only contains or text information that answer natural language questions about the input text. Based on output type, extractive, where important sentences are selected from input text to form a summary. Most summarization approaches today are extractive in nature. Second, abstractive, where the model form its own phrases and sentence to offer a more coherent summary, like what a human would generate. This approach is definitely more appealing, but much more difficult than extractive summarization. Like it, yes. So we can also explain this like for extractive, like extractive summarization methods work just like that. It takes the text, ranks all the sentences according to the understanding and relevance of the text, and presents you with the most important sentences. Like this method does not create new words or phrases. It just takes the already existing words and phrases and presents only that. You can imagine this as taking a page of text and marking the most important sentences using a highlighter, which we used to do in our like school days. Yeah, and for abstractive, we can say that it tries to guess the meaning of whole text and present the meaning to you. It creates words and phrases, puts them together in a meaningful way, and along with that adds the most important facts around found in the text. This way, abstractive summarization techniques are more complex than extractive summarization techniques and are also computationally more expensive. So these were the two methods of text summarization, abstractive and extractive, and how to do this text summarization. So basically, there are five steps involving in this. First step is text cleaning. Second is sentence tokenization. Third one is word tokenization. Fourth one is word frequency table, and last is summarization. So what is text cleaning? So basically, it is the process of preparing raw text for NLP so that machines can understand human language. Basically, text cleaning is only this. What is tokenization? Like it is splitting into tokens. Like tokens refers to any individual unit in the program which is meaningful to either machine or the human. So we can take an example to understand this. Tokenization has existed since the beginning of early currency systems, in which coin tokens has have been long used as a replacement for actual coins and banknotes. Subway tokens and casino tokens are example of this, as they serve as the substitute for actual money. So this is tokenization, words tokenization. When the entire text is divided into individual words, and word score is generated for every word according to its count. Sentence tokenization. When the entire text is divided into individual sentence and each sentence is provided its sentence score according to the occurrence of high score. Word frequency table. So basically TF-IDF stands for the term frequency, inverse document frequency of records. It can be defined as the calculation of how relevant a word in a series of corpus is to a text. The meaning increases proportionally to the number of times in the text a word appears, but is compensated by the word frequency in the corpus dataset. So we can take us example to understand what is TF-IDF and what are its uses. Right? I will show you a basic example to understand this. So suppose this is sentence one, good boy. Sentence two, good girl. Sentence 3. Boy, girl, good. So what is term frequency? So TF-IDF is one of the most important algorithm which we are going to use in our project. So sentence 1 is like good boy, sentence 2 is good girl, sentence 3 is boy, girl, girl. So what is term frequency? Like basically it is number of repetitions of words in a sentence by number of words in sentence. And what is IDF? It is like basically log of number of sentence divided by number of sentence containing that words. So finally, after calculating these two values, we'll calculate TF into IDF. So first we made the table for words and frequency. So in our sentence, we were having only these three words. First, good. Good was counted as three times in the sentences. Boy was having the frequency of two. The girl was having a frequency of two, which is same as the boy. So now we calculated the term frequency by like good. Good was 1 by 2 for sentence 1. For sentence 2, it is also 1 by 2, and for sentence 3, it is also 1 by 3. Let me show you how is this. So in sentence 1, good is only one time divided by number of sentence containing that word. So good is in the three sentences. So that's why the term frequency is 1 by 3. For boy is now that's why it is 1 by 3. And for sentence 2, it is 1 by 2, and sentence 3 1 by 3. Similarly, we calculated for boy and girl. IDF we calculated by using the formula, and at last, after calculating these two values, we multiplied it and got the result. So basically, it is a like basically, so TF-IDF is a method used in fields of information retrieval and machine learning. So yes, this is one of the most important algorithm which we are going to use. Yeah. So and also TF-IDF will transform the text into meaningful representations of integers or number, which is used to fit our algorithm or predictions. So this was word frequency table, TF-IDF. So these are some of our codes, the sample codes which we will be using uh, in our project. For this is for text cleaning, this is for sentence tokenization, this is for word tokenization, this is the TF-IDF word frequency table, this is at last the final summarization. So this is how our flow will go, and so this is our project title, text summarizer. The problem statement is to create a text summarizer which summarizes the text or content of the paragraph in minimum words without changing its meaning. So the major objective of our project is Some it summarizes, reduces like reading time. When researching documents, summarize make the selection process easier. Personalized summaries are useful in question answering system as they provide personalized information. And this is our abstract. So basically, we will be using these methodologies, which I already explained in the PPT. And at last, we will be using a library in Python called Spakey. It is a open source library for natural language processing.